So I am all set for a test ride of the Tuono 457, a possible upgrade that I'm looking forward to. But let's see, how does it feel in real world, in city traffic conditions. Nice, it starts with a nice hum actually. So the scrambler sound is also not bad, at least on start or on idle. It's a nice sounding machine is all I can say, so nice. Does it feel extremely more energetic than the scrambler? Well, in city conditions I would say no, maybe at higher revs. Because the scrambler is quite an energetic machine. A lot of the 39 bhp of power that the scrambler generates is concentrated at the bottom end. Therefore, although this is a 47 bhp of power, that's about 8 bhp more, you do not feel so. But then as you pick up the revs, you realize, wow, this is thrilling, amazing. The brakes, I've heard not so good things about the brakes on YouTube, but I do not feel so. At least I'm not on this vehicle satisfied. Lovely. So this is a real, you know what I mean. While the scrambler allows you to go off the beaten track, this will actually encourage the hooligan inside you to come out in the city. So that's what this machine is meant for, and it sounds really nice. Especially when you shut down the helmet visor and you rev the throttle, there is a nice hum and you can feel the twin cylinder smoothness. No doubt about it, guys. So if you're looking at fun inside the city, there are no two ways about it. And if you have a budget of 4 to 5 lakhs, do not think twice. The Tuono is a fantastic machine. But yes, my foot pegs are quite rear set. And I do not know how long I'll be comfortable on this. But for short rides or for breakfast rides, it's fine. It's not bad actually. So it goes like there's no tomorrow. When you really rev the throttle, look at it. Let me see how tractable it is. I love this tractability tests, because that's where it makes a lot of difference in city conditions. I'm on the first gear, 10 km per hour. I lift the clutch. Well, it rolls, no problem. I go to second gear, and yes, it goes to 30. Even at 15, 14, 13 km per hour, this is amazing. So I'm on third gear. This is as good as my scrambler. Make no mistake, this is absolutely a city machine, as good as it will be on the highway. Because I'm guessing I'm still at 24. Wow. Lovely. Fourth gear, I'm rolling on at 25 km per hour. Can I accelerate from here? Why not? Let me step on the gas. Wow. It picks up like there's no tomorrow. Lovely. It picks up very nicely from 25 km per hour. And the only thing that you have to get used to is, if you're coming from something like the scrambler, is the sitting position. Although it's quite upright, it will not be uncomfortable for the long commute, I guess, or long distance. But it is about your knee position. It's rear set and it's folded, so it could be a little painful, but that's what it is meant for. It is not meant for off-roading. Scramblers are not meant for scramblers are meant for long distance, and this can endure the pain. If you can endure the pain, it will not be as uncomfortable as you think, but definitely it is smooth. So the two-cylinder smoothness can be felt, and even if I kind of build up on the revs, I bring it to the second gear, no, absolutely nothing on the foot pegs, no buzz, zero vibrations on the handlebar. So 3000 rpm, 4000 rpm, 5000, probably something is there at the handlebars, but it's hardly anything that you can notice. This is really a gem of a machine, so definitely worth considering. a very friendly seat height of 800 mm, it will not cause you absolutely any pain whatsoever. In putting your feet down, I have to kind of tiptoe on my scrambler. This is very easy to handle. This is probably as easy to handle as my FZ25 that I used to ride long back. So no different from the FZ25 with significantly greater amount of surge. When I twist the throttle, thanks to the twin cylinder and the 47 bhp of power and the 43 Nm of torque, which are instantly available below 3000 rpm, 80% of it, I'm dying to actually test this machine on the highway. I should get an open highway and see what are the limits of this machine. The RS457 has earned quite a reputation for itself. It is exactly the same engine with the same specs, the same power and torque figures, so it should not be any different, other than the given fact that this is just one tooth more at the rear sprocket to increase the low-end tractability. So that should not make a difference in the highway cruising abilities, I guess. The Tuono 457 is not something one would really compare with the Scrambler, given the fact that they belong to completely different genre of motorcycles. However, given the lack of Scrambler options in the 4 to 5 lakh category, I thought this was a logical comparison, comparing the Scrambler to the Tuono, if you are actually planning for an upgrade. Now of course one could argue, why not compare with the Bear 650? Well, I'm not particularly a fan of the Bear 650 because I don't think it's really a Scrambler. I feel it's a bit too heavy to call itself a Scrambler, and also the suspension and hardware I don't think is really suited for scrambling. Nonetheless, I love making these unusual comparos, and if you love the content that I create, do not forget to come back by hitting the subscribe button, and if you like the content of today, do not forget to give it a thumbs up.